for tonight's starting lineups. First, for tonight's opponent, the Noblesville Millers. At guard, a 5'11 junior, number 1, TJ Davidson. At guard, a 6'3 senior, number 3, Aaron Fine. At guard, a 6'3 sophomore, number 10, Justin Curry II. At forward, a 6'5 senior, number 24, Hunter Walston. And playing forward, a 6'5 senior, number 32, Will Smits. And now, Indians Nation, on your feet and make some noise. It's game time. At guard, a 5'10 senior, number 0, Lewis Jackson. At guard, a 5'9 sophomore, number 2, Colin Lewis. At guard, a 6'3 junior, number 3, Javon Warfield. Playing guard, a 6'5 junior, number 5, Damian King. At forward, a 6'3 senior, number 20, Spencer Proctor.
All right, Kojak, we're back at the TP tonight. We're here to watch the Indians take on the Millers, but I got to tell you, Anderson's ranked number 7 in the state. Noblesville Millers ranked number 5. It's going to be a barn burner tonight. Here we go, baby.
Listen, you're right, man.
Oh,
I already can tell, man. It is about to be lit off in here.
I am excited for this one. Anderson comes into the game 5-0, Kojak, and the Millers come in, they're 5-1, and their only loss was to number 1 in the state, Fishers.
Yeah.
So we've got a couple teams here with some good records.
And they coming out in man-to-man.
Yes, they are.
That says a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Especially with Anderson's speed. Mr. Warfield went to drive.
Yep.
Looked like he was going to pass it. When you get that deep, Mr. Warfield, as athletic as you are, you need to shoot that.
Raise up.
Yes, sir. That student
Curry.
section over there kind of
Sounding pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Noblesville with the ball. That's Mr. Curry with the ball right now. Sophomore guard.
That's great. That's great defense though by Anderson, which is their bread and butter.
I love that pressure defense. That's Mr. Fine right there, Kojak, number 3 for the Millers. He's their leading scorer.
I tell you what, whatever they get, they're gonna work for it.
TJ Davidson with the first basket of the game. Kojak, he knocks down a 3 for the Millers.
I like the fact that the Millers was patient.
Yeah, me too. Mr. Davidson's averaging 4.8 points per game with 2.8 rebounds. Almost 3 rebounds a game.
Caught Mr. Walston.
Personal foul on number 24, Hunter Walston. His first, the team's first of the quarter.
Foul on Walston there.
Yeah, he pushed Mr. King pretty
Okay.
good.
All right. Mr. King with the ball down low, doing some work. Getting a rebound. Nice putback, Coach. Damian King, his first basket of the night. Everybody knows his nickname, the answer. Mr. Lewis on Mr. Fine. I like that matchup.
And I tell you, man, look, Mr. Curry. Yeah, see, they got to stop that penetration.
Yeah, they do.
Anderson foul, number 3, Javon Warfield.
See, that's where they cannot afford to lose the athleticism of Mr. Warfield.
I agree. That's his first foul tonight, Kojak,
Yeah.
and we've seen him get in foul trouble sometimes, and the Indians need him on the court. Mr. Fine with the drive.
Yes, they do.
King with the rebound. Anderson ball, 6:06 left in the first quarter. 3-2, Millers with the lead.
And I see one of their bigs. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. You can't do anything. Nice stop.
Yes,
pop.
it is. Follow that shot. That's still a good
Careful.
shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I like that
do
pull
too.
up, stop and pop.
And he'll hit them the more he takes.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to fall
Oh,
for
yeah.
him. Here we go.
Yep, there you go.
Ahead. Up to Mr. Lewis. Nice finish.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I tell you, their transition to offense is so fast, Zach.
I love it.
Man, it's mind-blowing
Yes,
that it's
it
that
is.
fast.
Anderson takes the lead, 4-3. 5:20 left in the first quarter.
They are really overplaying and really pushing them.
That's Mr. Fine.
Yeah, they're really pushing them to the middle or to the baseline. They're pushing them not to the middle. I'm sorry, but
Sideline.
they're to the sideline and to the baseline.
Making that a point, aren't
Yes.
they, Kojak? 5 minutes left. Oh, I don't know. That might have been goaltending.
Yeah.
Looked like it banked off the backboard. We'll have to check that out. Look at here. You got to get back.
Yeah. See that right there cost Mr. Warfield because you got to get back.
Yes, you do. That's correct.
Anderson foul, number 3, Javon Warfield.
You got to
His
get back.
second, team second of the quarter.
Number 10, Justin Curry.
Justin Curry, the second, shooting 2.
6'3" sophomore, averaging just under 10 points a game. Kojak, 9 points a game, and 3.5 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I saw him playing preseason, Kojak, and
Christian
I was very
Townsend
impressed
for
with
the
his game.
Indians.
Yeah.
Very athletic, can shoot the ball, can penetrate. And he's 6'3", he can raise up and get up over some guys.
Exactly. I mean, he looks like a hoop.
Got both of those free throws. They take the lead back 5-4 with 4:48 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, see, that was unfortunate. When you don't get back, you put other players in jeopardy of getting a foul. You got to hustle. You got to get back.
Turn and sprint by.
Oh, wow.
Wait. 30.
Anderson foul, number 20, Spencer Proctor.
This
His
guy for
first,
the
the team's
screen right
third.
there.
Okay.
Or something, Kojak. It didn't look like he was even in the play right
Jackson
there.
for the Indians.
Mr. Proctor's first. He needs to stay out of foul trouble too.
Yeah. Mr. Townsend came in, checked in.
Christian Townsend.
Yep.
Number 35 for the Anderson Indians. Got a nice shot, and also I like the way he elevates on his jumper
yeah,
too.
I like this
Good
press.
defense. Yes. Help out.
You can't overplay. They are overplaying that way too much. You know, they're pushing them almost like they're pushing them to their help.
Yeah, they are.
But with this type of Noblesville team, you got to play them almost straight up
Yeah.
and not overplay that much.
I agree, Kojak. And of course, Aaron Fine right there. He's a heck of a player. He's their go-to guy, Kojak. He now has 3 quick points. He's averaging 16.6 points per game and almost 4 rebounds a game. And Kojak almost 5 assists a game.
And now Mr. Proctor, that was his second
Yeah,
foul.
he's got 2 quick ones. There's
Oh,
Christian.
nice, Mr. Townsend.
Yes.
Oh, good rebound,
Good
Mr.
job,
King.
King. Stay with it. Got to block out.
Don't create no foul that far from the
That's
back.
right.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
3:53 left in the first quarter. Noblesville Millers 8, Anderson Indians 4. Miller's ball.
I don't think they got the last foul on Mr. Warfield. Because they still, not
Proctor,
on,
right?
Yeah, on Mr. Proctor.
Okay.
I think they're trying to figure that out now.
Real quick about Mr. Proctor, Kojak. You know I like the way he plays anyway. He's
Yes,
all over
sir.
the place. He's on the ground. He dives after loose balls. He does what he has to do to be out there on the floor. But I got to tell you, He's also #1 in his class, senior class at Anderson with his high GPA. So
He's a stud.
anytime you take care of a business in the classroom, you got to call that screen out, don't they,
No,
Coach?
as a matter of fact, not only call it out,
Hit that.
he called it, but he was too far away. You got to be up on that,
Yes,
Mr.
you
King.
do.
You can't. I mean, because it's loud in here,
Correct.
he can't hear you. And Mr. Lewis paid for that.
Yes, he did. That's Aaron Fine's first three-pointer of the game. He now has 6. Mr. King from deep.
They're going to have to.
Good hustle. Mr. Lewis.
Yeah.
I like his speed, Kojak. You know what? That was a great defensive play because they had a guy that released right there. That could have been an easy layup or dunk for the
You're right,
Millers,
Zach.
so.
You're right.
Good
They're
ball
going
pressure.
to. They're going to have to. It's going to have to be a balanced scoring.
Yes, it
tonight,
is.
Zach. I mean, offense is going to have to come from every part of
He charged. And I don't know.
Wow.
He pretty much ran.
Man,
He's a hard-nosed kid, but you can't just.
Anderson foul on number 5, Damian King. His first,
I didn't
the
see
team's
that.
5th of the quarter, penalty in effect. Aaron Fine at the line.
So see,
two.
It
the
looked like he
fouls
ran
are
over.
5-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
So see, now that's where the Indians going to have to adjust. How do we play them now?
That's right.
Because it seems as if they're calling the little ticky-tack.
TJ.
I hate that.
Yeah, me
Teams
too.
like this, they should let them play.
I agree, Coach Jack. Especially when you got 2 ranked teams, you know, number 5 in the state with
Yes.
Noblesville and number 7 in the state with the Indians.
Right.
Mr. Fine hits both those free throws. He now has 8 first quarter points, Kojak. With 3:04 left in the first quarter, Millers lead 13-4. They need a bucket here, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They need a bucket. This is how you
Nice
get.
take,
Oh,
Mr.
nice, Mr. Lewis.
That was a good take.
Yeah, it was. No unnecessary fouls.
I know the last few possessions, Kojak, the Noblesville Millers has limited Indians to 1 shot down there. Good closeout right there. Way to get your hand up, but you got to block out right there. Number 22. Brewer. Mr. Brewer with the basket. That's his first bucket of the night. And Mr. Coach Bowling calls a timeout.
Listen, Noblesville crowd is over there going crazy
Yes, they
because
are.
these young men are playing physical. But the thing about it is, Zach, they're able to play physical. But if you're gonna let them play, let both teams play
I
physical.
agree
Don't
with you.
call no
Ticky-tack
ticky-tack
fouls on one and
That's
not
right.
the other.
That's right. Let them play. And this type of game, these type of players, let them play, man. And it's exciting for the fans.
Yes, it is. 2:25 left in the first. Noblesville takes a lead, extended the lead, Kojak, 15-4 now. Anderson's a better scoring team than just 4 points. They need to have some help here and start putting that basketball in the basket.
Well, like I said before, Zach, this is going to have to be balanced scoring.
Yes, it is.
It has to be, because if they're going to just look for Mr. King, it ain't going to be enough. They have to be able to have other
agree with
individuals score. And they have to look to be scoring.
Got to go to the ball. Noblesville's playing pretty good man-to-man, Coach.
Yeah.
Good help defense when somebody drives.
That's
Here's-
And you got to
Bringing
get
it
back.
up.
Yeah.
Got to block out, Kojak.
Yeah.
That's Mr. Brewer's second basket of the first quarter. He now has 4. And Millers lead 17-4.
Zach, if they do not hustle, bust their butt, get back, and everybody contribute on both ends of the court, this game is going to be over with early.
Christian got fouled, going to the line.
Doubles foul. Noblesville foul on number 3, Aaron Fine. His first, team second of the quarter. Christian Townsend on the line, shooting 2.
And that says something, Zach, because Noblesville is already in the bonus.
Yes.
And they're taking the ball And so it's like, Anderson, listen, you got to get to the bucket.
Yes,
you have
you
to
do.
start putting yourself in the bucket.
Zamarion Bryant in for the Indians.
My boy's coming into the game, Coach.
Yeah.
Mr. Bryant.
Yeah, Mr.
Love that
Bryant.
kid.
Great athlete, man.
Come in and contribute.
They need these free throws.
Christian Townsend got one of them to go there. He now has 1 point for the game. 1:22 left, 17-5, Noblesville. Don't foul, Christian. Get on that ground. Probably a pretty good timeout by the Millers right there.
30-second timeout, Noblesville.
1:16 left in the first quarter, 17-5, Millers with the lead. Woo! They're out to a quick start here, or out to a quick lead, aren't they, Kojak?
Yeah, and the quick lead was just because of hustle play.
I agree.
You know, yeah.
One thing I will say about the Anderson Indians, Kojak, is they can score really quickly.
Yep.
So if they get something going here, they could be right back in this game in no time.
I agree with you, Zach. Certain teams, though, you got certain teams that are very offensively sound.
Yeah.
To where you can't afford to fall behind.
I agree.
12, 15 points behind.
Yeah.
You can't afford it because they know how to keep you in that position.
That and the Noblesville Millers are only averaging 10 turnovers a game, Kojak. And I know Anderson brings some pressure that most teams don't bring, but they seem to take care of the ball. Now we'll see what happens in this game, but
that looked like
looks like they
Anderson
changed it up a little bit, didn't they?
2-1-2.
Yeah. Look at here.
They needed that turnover,
Yes, they
Zach.
did. Now they need a basket.
Yes.
Minute 4 left, 17-5. Anderson behind the Millers. Sorry about that. Millers with the lead. Mr. Lewis with the ball. Oh. The answer.
See, they have
King.
And big bucket.
He's trying to get his teammates fired up, Kojak.
Yes, he is.
That's Mr. King's second basket of the game. He now has 4. He's going to the
Noblesville
line.
foul, 24, Hunter Walston, his second. Team's third of the quarter.
The Indians cut that lead to 10.
Kojak
Kojak.
line, shooting 1.
That's 2 on the big fella.
Yes, it is. Mr. King needs to knock this free throw down, and then they need to stop down at the other.
You're right. You're right, Zach.
51.2 seconds left in the first quarter, and he got it to fall.
Pretty.
That's Mr. King's 5th point. 50 seconds left, 17-8. Noblesville with the lead and the ball.
They got to get them hands up. Got to get them hands up.
Got to drop. Got to drop and rotate. Make him earn them.
Yeah.
Make him earn them. I wouldn't give him anything down there.
Yeah. With them and with that zone being all the way up, because the back men are coming all the way up to the free throw line.
Got to be aware of what's behind you.
Exactly, especially once the ball gets to the middle.
Yeah.
And you have to drop
Yes,
because
you
you
do.
know individuals are behind you. Or at least you should know.
I agree. Mr. Fine is he's knocked down his 4 free throws tonight. He now has 10 first quarter points, Kojak, with
Wow.
35 seconds left. 19-8. Millers with the lead. Anderson with the ball.
And he has outscored the Indians
Yes,
by
he
himself.
has. Yes, he has.
They definitely need to convert on this last possession.
Mr. Bryant with the ball. Out to Lewis. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. They give it to Mr. King. Let him do some work out front. Over to Christian Townsend. Here we go. 4 seconds left. They need to make something happen. You got to get a shot off there, Coach.
That was a very bad possession, Zach.
I agree.
That was not a good possession, especially when you run the clock out. You milk the time 51 seconds or somewhere around there, and then you don't get a shot at all.
Correct.
Not even in the 10th, Yeah, that wasn't a good possession for them.
And Noblesville leads at the end of the first quarter, 19-8.
I tell you, Zach. Well, listen, Miss Brown said, she called me over there. She said, listen, I got a wig in my purse just in case things break bad. We're going to put that wig on you and send you on in there. And you know what I told her, Zach? I said, well, listen, if they in trouble before you give me that wig, we're going to be in trouble even after I get it. Man, Mr. Fine.
I want to see you in that wig, Kojak.
You will not see me in that wig. Trust and believe that.
That's funny.
Man, Mr. Fine has had a quarter, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's had a great game. And, I've heard through the grapevine, Kojak, that he will probably make the Indiana All-Star team. We'll see. I mean, he's having a good game so far and a lot of ball to play yet in this year. But
it says he just finds a way to score.
Yes, finds a way. And he didn't disappoint for the Millers in that first quarter. He had 10 quick points in that first quarter. Mr. Brewer had 4. Mr. Curry had 2. Mr. Davidson had 3 from Noblesville. And then Mr. Lewis had 2. And then Damian King had 5. And then Christian Townsend had a free throw in that first quarter.
Now they're in that like 1-3-1.
As long as you rotate and communicate.
Yeah.
Look at there.
See, they're getting there late.
Yeah, they are.
The rotation is late. Mr. Bryan, had he got there beforehand, because by the time Mr. Curry was in the air, he was already leaning back.
Team's first of the quarter. Justin Curry, the second, shooting 2.
Justin Curry, 6'3" sophomore, going to the line. Got his first one to fall. He's hit 3 free throws so far tonight, Kojak. He has 3, and the Millers extended the lead. 28. Mr. Warfield coming back in, and they need him on the floor, Kojak.
They need him because they need some more offense.
Yes, they do.
They do. And it's unfortunate when he is in foul trouble, man. It hurts the Indians.
Yes. Mr. Curry hit his second free throw. He now has 4 on the night. 7:41 left. Millers lead 21-8. Anderson with the ball.
I see Zach, and that's when Mr. King has to. They put a lot of pressure on Mr. King.
Yes. Way to get on the ground.
Way to
hustle,
Mr. Lewis.
Good job, Mr.
Way to stay with it.
Now, look, I know that possession is going to go to Noblesville, but I love the – wait, what happened here?
No, the arrow was
Anderson ball.
It was incorrect. They had it pointing the wrong way. I was getting ready to say I still love the hustle by the Indians.
Absolutely, man.
Cut hard to the ball. Hit that.
Yeah, Oh, yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. Just how he elevates, man. I mean, you can't block him because he elevates so high to where you pretty much won't foul him.
I agree, Kojak.
I love how he came off of that screen, off of that double screen, and elevated that.
7:17 left in the second, 21-8. Mr. Warfield missed his first, but
Smith
got another opportunity here.
In for the Millers. Javon Warfield shooting 1.
He needs to knock this one down, Kojak.
Did he miss the first one?
Yeah, he missed the first one.
Yeah, they need those free throws.
That looked a lot better. That was a nice shot right there. Good job, Mr. Warfield. He hits 1. He now has 1 point on the evening.
Mr. King has to get up on them screens.
Yes, and let Christian know it's coming.
Yeah, you're too good of a player to be having your teammates almost get knocked out.
Yeah. Curry.
Good shot pressure by Mr. Warfield.
Good job. Nice rebound, Mr. Lewis. What's behind you?
Yeah,
you got to know what's behind you, Kojak. We talked about that. You have to assume someone's always coming behind you.
Absolutely.
And you got to have your head on a swivel. You need to see what's coming behind you.
Like, if you get the ball and you start pushing the ball up the court, when you start to slow down, you're allowing whoever's coming behind you to catch it.
Correct.
You have to be aware of that.
6:50 left in the quarter, in the second quarter, first half. Anderson with the rebound.
Listen, they have to, and that's why they need Mr. Warfield too. They need Mr. Warfield to do exactly what he needs.
That was a great shot by Mr. Kojak. And you're right, since he's came in the game, he's got 4 quick points.
Listen,
look at that.
That's the second time. That's the second time that Mr. King has allowed Mr. Lewis to get hit like that. He has to start communicate and get up on that.
Yes, I agree.
Come on, Mr. King, you got to do better, sir. You're the leader of this team. You got to do better at communicating.
You got to let your teammate know he's about to get his head knocked off.
Absolutely. That's how he can even suffer a concussion and be out just because of miscommunication. Oh yeah, you got to get out the way.
Yeah.
When you see him going to the back, you got to clear out. Don't allow no double team.
Christian Townsend. What do they call a timeout on that?
Yeah, Coach Bowling called it.
60-second timeout, Anderson.
5:52 left in the first half. Kojak 21-12. They're slowly cutting back into this.
Yeah, but I mean, but there's things that they got to do, Zach.
I agree.
And I mean, on both ends of the floor, defensively and offensively, they have to find more scoring.
Yes.
And they need to get more scoring in transition.
Yes, they do.
They are a good team. Listen to me. They're a good team in half court. They're a really good team when it comes to transition.
They're fantastic when they're transition. Matter of fact, they're hard to stop, Kojak.
Yeah.
They can score with anybody in the state when they're getting the ball up and down the floor.
Anybody, because they got speed, athleticism. How do you contain that when it's in transition?
It's tough.
Absolutely, man. So they need to start getting transitional buckets.
Yeah, their transition opportunities have been limited tonight.
You're right.
You got to get back to Noblesville. They've done what they had to do. When they hit a shot, they're getting back on defense. They're making it tough for Anderson right now.
They are sticking to the game plan. They are sticking to the game plan. And I like the way they come out here and challenge and say, you know what? I know they may be faster, but man, we playing man to man. We're not going to no zone.
Yeah. Got to help him.
Don't commit no foul. Just hands up. Yeah.
That's right.
See, this is where Zach, I honestly think that there you go. That's how you
good trap.
But you got to get back. There you go. Somebody got to now. That's when you have to switch and be smart
right
enough.
there. That's a good communication right there between Mr. Lewis.
Now, they should be switching back.
Good challenge right there. That was good closeout, Kojak. He made him change his shot. Back. He almost traveled right there. That was a great closeout by Mr. Lewis.
Let's go, defense!
Anderson gets the ball back here.
Absolutely. That ball hit the ground, baby. But all 50-50s we got to have, though.
Absolutely. And they got to play that kind of pressure defense and communicate every time.
Say that, Zach. Say that. Yeah.
5:05 left in the half. 21-12. Miller's leading the Indians. Anderson ball at the moment.
Let's play together.
He can hit
Get
that.
you one, Mr. Townsend.
Christian.
You got to talk right there.
Yeah, you do.
Nice shot by Christian Townsend. He needed that to fall, Kojak, and so did the Indians.
Yes.
Oh! I think I'd be getting a tech on that one if I was coach.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They just lost it out of communication right there.
3-point basket, Byron Walker.
Mr. Walker hits a three for Noblesville. That's his first basket of the game. Noblesville leads 24-15 with 4:14 left in the half. Anderson ball.
Yeah, they missed one on that, Zach.
Yeah, they did.
But you can't afford. You can't miss that. Yeah, that was dangerous.
Mr. King from the corner. In and out. Man, I tell you what, Kojak, the Noblesville Millers, they are limiting Anderson to one shot every time down the floor. Good tie-up. I love that.
Great tie-up.
Yes,
that was a great job by Mr. Jackson.
Yes, I agree.
That's how it's supposed to be. Because we're smaller, you put that ball on the floor. Listen to me, you in our territory.
Hey, listen, you're taking me up with you if
right.
I'm down there.
That's
I like
right.
that.
But they're getting too many easy buckets down there, Mr.
Yes, they
King.
are.
You have to. Mr. King has to stay on the bigs because nobody else is in a position that they can guard the bigs.
That's true.
For Noblesville, they cannot.
And Noblesville has some big guys down there too, don't
and
they?
they know how to play
Yes,
big.
they do.
This is where Anderson needs to start getting these baskets in transition because what happens, Zach, Mr. King will start to try to do too much.
Here.
See what I'm saying? Just
Mr.
like
Curry with the steal, taking it to the basket with the finish.
Yeah.
Justin Curry.
That's his 6th point of the basket, or 6th point of the game so far, Kojak.
So that's what I'm saying you're trying to do, because it's like, man, I need to get a basket. Get it in transition. Let the game.
Oh, wow. 3:11 left in the second quarter.
Wow.
26-15. Noblesville with the lead over Anderson.
Anderson foul.
And Noblesville ball.
Christian Townsend. His first, team's third of the quarter.
That was, I mean, you know, that was unfortunate, Zach. But when you're frustrated, those are the things that happen.
Yeah.
You know, like, man, come on, look, y'all need to keep playing.
We gotta play together now.
Yeah, you got to keep playing. And we hear Mr. Warfield's dad up there saying, "Look, we got to play together."
Yeah,
Absolutely,
he's right.
Man. See, that's way. I know they're trying to cut.
Oh, good defense right there. Now you got
they
to
have
push
to
it.
attack.
Get something in transit. Good hustle, way to help. You got to know someone's coming. Yeah. Mr. Fine goes hard to the basket. Look at there.
And nobody's back.
You got to sprint back right there.
Nope, nobody's hustling
Mr.
back.
Walker, his second basket of the game. He now has 5 with 2:36 left in the half. Noblesville leads the Indians 28-15. Noblesville's tough. They're playing strong.
I don't know if they thought that Noblesville was gonna come in here and just lay down because they're 5-0. Listen, man, they better come in here to play basketball because Noblesville is playing great team basketball.
Noblesville's not ranked number 5 in the state for nothing. They're, like I said earlier, Kojak, they've only lost 1 game this year, and that was the top-ranked Fishers.
Exactly.
And they have the lead over Fishers at halftime by 10 points.
Wow. And that's saying a lot, Zach.
Yes, it is.
Because we seen them Tigers.
Yes, we did. And they look pretty good in the game
Listen
we
to me,
saw.
not pretty good. They dang on good. You hear me? Yeah, man. The Indians just got it. Man, listen, they just got to get into the flow of playing. How did you guys get to 5-0? However it is you got to 5-0, you need to start playing like that tonight.
Yeah, you got to get back to that.
Right.
Did he just hit one or both of them?
One. Mr. Lewis got one.
Okay.
Yeah.
He now has 3 points, 28-16. Noblesville with the lead with 2:24 left in the first half. Good defense. Got to help out, though.
Right.
And you got to close out there. They got the charge.
Oh, great job. Mr. Warfield, listen, I'm so
that.
Yes.
I love that. That's a great defensive play by Mr. Warfield right there. And it's a good thing he took that, Kojak, because Mr. Curry hit that 3. They wipe it away. 28-16, Noblesville with 2:14 left. Great charge.
You're definitely right about that.
Mr. King from 3 out top. Got to block out. Man, one shot and done. Minute 58 left. Noblesville ball and lead.
See, that's why Mr. King needs to be up on the screen.
And then rotate. Good
Absolutely.
defense. Great rotation by Mr. Jackson there.
Nice. There we go. Transitional basket.
Great finish by Mr. Warfield there. 28-18. They cut it to 10 with a minute 33 left. Oh, you got to rotate back. You got look. They're standing out there. You got to run back, fellas.
3-point basket. Baron Walker.
Mr. Walker's having a pretty good first half. Kojak, he now has 8 points.
That's what I'm looking at the Noblesville bench over there. Look at the crowd. They're all the way in it, man. They're cheering.
Oh, got to go to the ball, Mr.
No
Curry.
foul, Mr. Oh, good defense.
The Indians needed that, Kojak. At least they hustled back on that play. 1:05 left in the half, 31-18. Miller's with the lead, Anderson with the ball.
See, that's using unnecessary energy because of a lazy pass, you know. Yeah, the Indians, they have to. See,
Out of bounds.
that's Zach. Listen, this is what I'm saying. Mr. King, we already know you the guy. We know you the man. This is where the other players got to step up and help Mr. King get in the flow.
I agree.
That means you guys have to create something else.
Yeah, because they're doubling and tripling him every time he touches the ball.
and he's trying to do it.
Yeah.
And here it is, calls a turnover.
Mr. Fine with the ball there for Noblesville.
Look, they're leaving.
Oh,
they're
you can't
leaving
leave him
somebody
open.
open.
You cannot leave Mr. Fine open.
Aaron, 5.
That's his second 3 of the game, Kojak.
I don't know what type of defense
He now
Anderson
has
is in.
He now has 13 first half points with 20 seconds to go. Noblesville leads 34-18.
Zach, I don't know. I don't know. Great basketball.
Warfield. Warfield's tough. Good challenge. Woo! First half, Kojak, 34-20.
The Anderson Indians with 20 points, and the Noblesville Millers with 34 points.
What do you think about that, Kojak? Noblesville has the lead, 34-20.
That lead, Zach, is because of lack of discipline on defense and offense by the Indians. Man, Noblesville is up now because they've converted on the miscommunication. They converted on just lazy passes and also miscommunication on defense.
I agree, Kojak.
They're getting wide open 3-point shots because there's no communication or no great rotation with the Indians.
That's right. And then also, I got to say that the Noblesville Millers are doing the job on the defensive boards because Anderson seems to be only getting one shot and done every time down the floor.
Man, listen, that's perfect. You're right.
One
and done.
Yeah, I agree.
But if Mr. King is shooting the ball, then they really don't have nobody else going for the boards except for Mr. Warfield. So that's why I say it's going to take them. It's going to take a complete team effort on both ends of the court to beat this Noblesville Miller.
I agree, Kojak. Well, we're going to take a break here, and then we'll be back. And I'll go over some first half scoring, and we'll see you right after this break.
That'll work.
All right, Kojak, we're back.
Yeah, I tell you what, Zach, it is. This is it here, man.
Yeah, we are back.
This is it here,
Yep.
The Indians are down 14.
Woo. Kojak, I'm going to go over some quick scoring real quick from the first half. The visiting Noblesville Millers, Mr. Davidson has 3. Mr. Aaron Fine has 13. Mr. Curry, the second, has 6.
It's Anderson's basketball.
Mr. Brewer has 4. And Walker has 8. And for the Indians, Mr. Lewis has 3. Warfield has 8. Mr. Damian King has 5. And Christian Townsend has 4. And that gives them 20. Anderson with the ball to start the half. Nice move by Mr. King.
Yes, sir.
Good way to start the half. Third quarter, Kojak. We talked about it all the time, how important these first couple minutes are in the third quarter.
It's huge. They're going to have to play. They can't keep playing them to the baseline, to the sideline. They got to play them straight up and switch on them screens.
Yeah,
they got to communicate.
Communicate.
Absolutely.
Don't give that up.
Yeah, you can't go for no steals right now.
7:18 left in the third, 36-22. Noblesville with the lead. Who hit that, Kojak?
Mr. Smits.
Okay, thank you.
And we ain't talking about Rick Smith's son. I don't think. We don't think.
I don't think it is. Ooh. I think they got Mr. King with the charge right there.
Yeah.
I didn't quite see it.
Anderson foul from 5.
I don't.
His second, the team's first of the quarter.
Yeah, I don't think it was a charge, but how aggressive Mr. King plays.
Yeah.
It's easy for it to be interpreted that.
Yep.
This is what we was talking about, Zach. When he's in a position to where he has to do too much.
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
here we go. Mr. Warfield with the steal. Nice. Nice take. Nice follow by
Mr. King.
Mr. King now has 4 in the second half.
Yeah.
9 points for the evening. I like that pressure.
I tell you what, they have been setting some screens on these Indians
Yes,
tonight.
they are.
Mr. Lewis has been going through it. You hear me?
Yes. Mr. Fine with the penetration.
Good ball movement.
Got to block it. Way to get on the
way to
ground.
get on the
Proctor.
ground, Mr. Proctor.
Good job, Spencer. 6:03
Alternating
left
possession
in the
era.
third.
Noblesville's ball.
36-24 Noblesville.
See, that's
Barry
what I'm talking about,
returning
Zach.
for the Millers.
Where Mr. Proctor, his man, he really didn't block him out.
Correct.
It was a real soft block
Yes,
out.
it was. I
His
saw
man
that.
gets the rebound, gets his hand on the rebound, but Mr. Proctor don't stop. He
That's
gets
correct.
on the
That's
floor
correct. Yes.
to where, yeah, he didn't allow a basket. Yeah, that's how you recover
Yeah.
when you make a mistake. See, I don't know. I
Don't
don't
shoot
yeah,
that.
Yeah, you got to get out of that.
Yeah, Mr. Curry.
They have to listen to me.
Curry the second.
As quick as they are, they have to start playing man-to-man help defense.
Yes. That's his first 3 of the game, Kojak. He now has 9 points in the game. Mr. Curry the second. Mr. King with the ball. Good penetration.
Yo, your shooters out there, boy.
5:37 left in the
Noblesville
third
foul
quarter.
10, Justin Curry the second. His
Noblesville.
first, team's first of the quarter.
Noblesville leads
Damian King in the line, shooting 2.
39-24. Mr. King's going to the line. Need to knock these down with the clock stop, Kojak.
Yeah.
Got the first one to fall. He now has 10 points on the evening. Got a quick 5 so far here in the second half. Make that 6.
Hey, we 2 runs away. We 2 runs away.
11
It's gonna
points
have
now
to
for
be-
Mr. King.
It's going to have to be more than Mr. King, Zach. I'm telling you, dealing with this Miller's team.
They need to stop here, don't they, Coach?
Yes.
Oh, we 2 runs
Good,
away.
good deflection. Got to get back.
And we got to rotate. They have
Shooter.
to rotate. Way to stay
Good
with
job, Mr. Warfield.
Good
Spencer
job.
Proctor with the ball brings it up for the Indians. Look at Mr. Lewis in there.
Yeah.
Making things
And
happen.
you know what? Mr.
Going
Warfield
strong.
kept it
Nice.
alive. There you go.
He
Listen,
now
man.
has 10 points on the evening.
That key is that
a
the
hustler.
dynamic that he brings. Oh, it's somebody down low. Better drop, Mr.
Yeah,
Warfield.
you got to know
You
he's
better,
there.
you better drop, Mr. Warfield. But yeah, the athleticism that young man has, man, it's everything that the Indians need.
Good little run by the Indians here. They need to continue doing what's
60 seconds
working
for
for them.
Noblesville.
4:45 left in the third. Noblesville leads 39 to the Indians 28. 11-point game, Kojak.
And listen, the only way I'm staying in the zone is if we're rotating the way we need to.
Yeah.
Because Noblesville shoots way too good for us to allow them to have wide open shots.
Yep.
And if you can't get there and apply shot pressure immediately, then listen, we need to get out of that, whatever that defense
Yeah.
is, and go to one to where we can apply some nice pressure.
Can't leave them open, can you? Because they'll knock down those open jumpers.
Yeah, you definitely can't do that. And what I would do is I would check the temperature of the referees and see, okay, how are they calling
Yeah.
this half?
Yeah.
Let's go back to that choke me out defense. You know. Yeah, you see Mr. King.
Yeah.
He's going around. He's trying to get the crowd.
I like that,
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Now the Anderson student section's getting into it a little bit. I like
Yeah.
that.
And that's exactly what needs to be happening. You know, you need to be cheering these young men
That's right.
on,
You gotta
even
be-
when they down.
Got to be loud in here,
That's
don't you?
right. To where you may help create a route.
Dang right. Here we
I
go.
like the adjustment of
Yeah.
Noblesville. They put the big top.
Uh-oh, got to
see?
communicate.
Yeah. They put a big guard at the top of that to be able to see through that zone, and he just made a wonderful
there.
pass.
That's his second bucket of the evening, Kojak. He now has 4, all in the second half. 4:15 left in the third. 41-28. Noblesville with the lead. Good challenge. One shot so far. Good hustle by Mr. Lewis. Mr. Jackson, sorry. Proctor, look at the jump man. Good hustle.
Hey, Zach. Come on now.
I love that hustle, Kojak, and that's what they need. It means all 5 players need to hustle like that.
That's right. That's right. The jump man.
His first. Team second in the quarter.
Anderson ball, it saved them there. Good hustle by the Indians. Mr. Warfield, nice athletic move right there.
Zach, listen, I'm watching how they're defending Mr. King.
Yeah.
Which they did a great job because it was just arm's distance. Arm's distance.
Yes.
And they kept their arm on him. Just arm's distance. Give him some room, but I'm close enough to where I can kind of deflect the ball or get some shot pressure if needed.
Challenge or challenge the shot if you need to.
Absolutely, man.
Well, you have to defend him that way, Kojak, or double or triple him because he's a heck of a player.
He is.
They're doing what they have to do. Oh, here we go.
That was a fortunate break for the Indians.
Mr. King bringing it up the floor. Good take.
Oh, good
Get back
defense.
up, hustle back.
Stop the ball. He's a shooter. He can hit that.
Three-point basket. Justin
Curry the second. Gets another three-pointer, Kojak. That's his second one in the second half.
That young man that got real comfortable, Zach.
He now has 12 points tonight. 3 minutes to go in the third. Miller's lead, 44-28.
You can tell by his swag, he is ready.
Yeah, and he elevates on that jump shot. He's hard to defend.
And I'm telling you, Noblesville is so. What makes them so dangerous is because they can score in all five positions.
5 positions. Look at there.
The
Way
jump
to hustle,
man.
Spencer. Knock that down, Mr. King. You got to follow your shot, guys. You got to crash the boards.
Sure enough. And that's what I'm saying. You know, you have to have more scoring, you know, from the Indians.
Good pass.
Hey, Zach,
Great look.
listen.
Mr. Walker. He now has 10 points.
Zach, I'm telling you, what Noblesville did was genius. They put a big guard at the top of that zone to where he could see over the Indian defense, and that's what he's doing. He's picking it apart.
Yeah.
You got to come out of that zone. You got to go man to man. Because if not, that big guard, as a matter of fact, I'm going to quit calling him by big guard, but Mr. Walston.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Walston, 6'5".
Yeah.
He's seeing over that, and he's passing the ball
is.
exceptionally well, man.
You're absolutely right.
Picking them apart. And so this is where, now see how they're collapsing on Mr. King. Yeah, y'all.
Jackson, nice take. Good finish.
Jackson.
Nice take. Nice finish here, Mr. Jackson. The Indians needed that. Now they need to stop
Yes.
Jack. They're down 16 with 1:48 left in the third
Hands
quarter.
up.
Good ball movement.
Oh, deep block.
Nice,
Mr. Wolf.
Great recovery there.
Stretch man, you hear me?
I'll tell you what, they were beat on that, Kojak, and that was
That
one
was a
heck of a
bucket.
play.
That was a bucket.
I
Mr.
love
Warfield, stretch man, coming. Hey, listen, I don't know how he got that, man. I don't know how he got that. But, man, I'm telling you.
Will Smith in for
Great
Miller.
defense.
Man,
Now they need some offensive scoring, Kojak.
you right. Now they need some buckets. And the same one that blocked that shot is the same one. He has to start, putting some offense on the board for the Indians.
I agree.
They have to start. I know Mr. King is tired.
Here we go. 1:28 left in the third. 46-30. 16-point lead for the Millers.
There you
Worked
go.
with a jumper.
Nice
Stay with it.
pull up.
Good job, Mr. Lewis. Nice
There you
rebound.
go.
1:14 left. Here we go. Noblesville with the ball. Curry the second. Nice jump shot.
Justin Curry.
Justin Curry the
Yeah, that-
second. He's hit 3 baskets here in the third quarter. 2 threes and a regular 2-point field goal. He now has 14 points on the night. Mr. King with the ball. Doing a lot of work down there in the
Zach, I said it from the beginning. That's exactly what I would do. I would make him work and work and work to where, I mean, then when it comes defensively, man, he didn't spend so much energy offensively.
Yeah.
He's not as effective defensively.
Noblesville's playing a pretty good game tonight. They're doing what they have to do.
Yeah. And it's balanced. It's coming from different parts of the team, different players.
10 seconds left in the third quarter. Here we go. Mr. Fine with the penetration.
Wide open shot.
Knock it down. There you go, Mr. Walker. That's his second basket of the third quarter. That's his third three of the game, Kojak.
Listen, Zach.
He now has 13 points on the night, and the Millers take the lead, 51-30. 21
At the
point
beginning of the
lead.
third quarter,
It is self-explanatory. Do you hear me?
And the Millers with 51.
Self-explanatory. What they have done is they have really exploited and exposed the offense, the lack of offense that the Indians have.
Yeah, they're struggling right now on the offensive end. And a lot of that, Kojak, is because of the lack of transition. The few times that they have gotten out on that transition, they've scored.
Exactly.
It's just been very rare tonight that they've gotten that.
You're right, Zach. You're right. No transitional baskets. But when they were in transition, they look good.
Yes, they do.
This is what I'm saying. How do you create that transition? How do you create transition even out of a dead ball? You taking the ball out of the net. How do you still create transition? You have to speed the game up.
Yeah, you do.
Noblesville has controlled the tempo
they have.
the whole game.
Yes, they have. All right, Kojak getting ready to start the last final quarter, fourth quarter here. Anderson with the ball, down 21. Running out of time here. What can they do? Christian Townsend with the jumper.
Your head got to be in the game. Your head got to be in the game, man. It's hard to fight back against a good team like this, you know, and it's going to start with your head being in the game.
Mr. Fine with the jumper. Look at there. Curry the second with the rebound and putback.
Justin Curry, the second.
Zach, it's
He now
almost
has 16 points. Warfield with the drive. Oh,
good
there
take.
you go.
Way to stay with it, Mr. King.
And King.
Now you need a stop on the other end.
Look, they are, man, Noblesville moves this ball like, man.
Yes, they do.
Walston.
Mr. Walston. That's his first basket of the game, Kojak.
First basket.
Yep.
But he affected the game in such a way. That's the first time he scored. But he got many assists.
Yes, he does. 6:42 left in the game, 55-32. Nice penetration by Mr. Warfield, and nice finish, Kojak.
Zach, man, listen, man.
He's fun to watch.
It don't take a scientist, a basketball scientist, for us to understand that, listen, the ball needs to be in Mr. Warfield's hands.
I agree.
If it's in his hands, he creates well enough to where not only for himself, but he's going to create for his team. You got to have that ball in his hands, man.
He now has 12. Going to the line.
Them free throws.
Got to knock those down, especially this late in the game, Kojak.
Yeah, they need that.
6:33 left in the game, 55-34 Noblesville, and they have the ball. Nice drive by Fine. He can hit that.
Yeah, defensively, I don't know if the game plan was push them to the side or push them to the baseline, but that's a wide open lane for a layup.
Yes, it is. Go up strong there with it. .603 left in the game. 57-34. Noblesville with the lead. Oh. He's got that wig for you, Kojak.
Yeah.
Oh.
Big strong move.
Mr. Brewer. That's his first basket of the second half, Kojak. He now has 6 points, and he's going to the line.
Anderson foul, number 3, Javon Warfield. His third, he's first of the quarter.
I didn't see what happened on the body there.
Well,
lean on top.
Yeah.
But Brewer shooting one.
I mean, but he took the ball from Mr. Warfield, so Mr. Warfield really, he thought he had the ball, but then Mr. Brewer really took it from him. That's why you got to keep playing.
Yeah, you do. All right.
I mean, you know what? Noblesville's going to keep playing.
Yes,
They're going to try to beat the Indians as bad as they can so they can say, listen, we worked out convincingly. You know, we deserve to be number 4 or number 5, whatever their ranking is.
They're playing like that kind of team tonight, a high-ranked team.
Yes, sir.
Turnover, Anderson, Miller's ball. 5:38 left in the game, 59-34. Noblesville with the lead over the Indians. Indians picking up full court here. Mr. Jackson on Mr. Fine. We got a screen coming, way to talk. Curry the second.
So what they're saying is
that baseline drive open again, Kojak.
I just heard Coach, he's saying no middle, but they are doing an exceptional job going to the baseline.
They don't have any help on the baseline.
Listen,
the help is in the middle.
The help is in the middle. You're right, Zach.
At least against this team it is.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Aaron Fine shooting 2.
They have no help going baseline.
Number 3, Aaron Fine going to the line for 2. He hits the first one, Kojak. That gives him 16 points so far on the evening. Got another one here. Give him 17 now. 17 points for Mr. Fine. 5:19 left, 61-34. Noblesville Miller with the lead and Indians with the ball. Good defense.
I tell you what, man.
Go get it. You got to help him out.
Noblesville is really not 30 points better than Anderson Indians. I'm talking about the Anderson Indians that play as a unit, as a team.
I agree with you.
You know, when they're clicking and then they're playing together, man, absolutely not. When they're playing their game, Noblesville is not 30 points better than them.
Well, you got to give it to Noblesville for taking them out of their game, Kojak.
Ding, 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 ding. You hit it right there on the head, right there, Zach. You took the words right out of my mouth. That's how good Noblesville has been.
They got Mr. Fine with the charge there. Way to take the charge, Indians.
Yeah.
I love that.
Noblesville foul, number 3, Aaron Fine. His second, team's third of the quarter.
They're making him earn it, aren't they, Coach?
Oh, listen, he working, man. He working. Yeah. So what I would do is, even with Mr. King, what I would like to see him add to his game is that 2, 1, 2, 3 dribble pull up.
Yeah.
You know, you can't muscle your way in all the time. True. You know, you're not that. You don't have that type of size. So he has to add that to his game to where he's more of a threat, you know.
I agree.
And like I said, and even bringing the ball up, running the point, because when he goes to the next level, he may be at the 1-2. Yeah.
He gets both free throws there, Kojak. That gives him 15 points so far in the game. There's 4:16 left. Noblesville leads 61-36. Mr. King with the steal. Nice flush.
Hey, and that's the thing about it. I think Mr. Curry
Here, now
Jr.
they picked up their defense. They need to play like that the entire game.
Right. But you know what? Even that right there, it's like when you have a trap like that, you can't allow them to be able to throw the ball and get the ball to that next safe pass.
Right.
You need to kill the next safe pass.
Damian King now has 17 points after that dunk, Kojak. 3:54 left, 61 to 38.
They have been, well, I tell you what, look.
Noblesville takes care of the ball, don't they? And they share it. Oh, nice finish by Mr. Fine.
Nice move by Mr. Fine.
He now has 19 points, Kojak, in the game. With 3:33 left in the fourth quarter. Noblesville leads 63-38. Mr. King with the drive and the take.
That's what, man. Zach, I just hate seeing this.
Yep.
Because the type of team that Anderson is, man. Oh,
Look at
Mr.
that, too
Fine.
easy.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Another basket.
Yeah,
by
that's
Mr.
way
Fine.
too easy.
He now has 21 points, Kojak, on the night.
Listen, but I'm gonna say this though, Zach. Coming back is probably not an option. It's just
How you gonna finish?
yeah, because Mr. Warfield on the bench. Ain't nowhere in the world you can come back with him on the bench.
Man.
I mean, it ain't gonna happen. You know.
Running out of time here.
Yeah, because you need offense.
Yeah.
You seeing people getting up and leaving, and
I think they got Mr. Proctor with a foul there. With
yeah, they got the jock man.
Anderson foul, number 20, Spencer Proctor. His fourth, the team's fourth of the quarter.
You know, Kojak, we were talking about Mr. Walston earlier. He only has 2 points tonight. He's actually their second leading scorer, averaging 12.6 points per game, 6 rebounds a game, and almost 4 assists a game. But you're right. It's not all about scoring for him tonight. He's done other things besides scoring.
He was perfect when it came to getting the ball where it needed to be.
I agree.
He was able to look over that zone and hit that man right there in the gap. Oh, it was beautiful, man.
We're down to 2:09 left in the game. Kojak, 25-point game. Noblesville leads 65-40. Look at there, another dish by Walston.
Good ball movement. You see how they
Look
move.
at here, Mr. Fine. He's a finisher.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron Fine.
He now has 23 points, Kojak. With 1:54 left in the game, 67-40. 27-point game. Noblesville Millers with the
30
lead.
seconds, timeout. Noblesville.
Noblesville came up 32, and they came up 32 and took care of business on the night, Zach.
They're a tough team, Kojak.
Listen, I'm convinced. I see it with my own eyes. I hadn't seen them. And you was telling me that, you know, how good they were.
Yeah.
You know, and see, this right here will let you know even how good Fisher's is.
I agree with you, yeah. And, you know, they did have Fishers down in that first half. So Fishers had to claw their way back.
Oh, hey, listen, man, we got our brother Brad Townsend. What's up, B? Man, good to see you. Mr. Townsend, how you doing, sir? How you doing, young man? Nice to meet you in person. Seen you, you know, on the book. Your family celebrating you, but it's nice to see you, man. Yeah, good to see y'all too. Happy holidays to you.
Mr. Brad Townsend.
Yeah,
Always
man.
good to see him and the coach.
Yeah, he's in town, man. Love that brother,
yeah,
man.
Me too, man.
Love that brother.
I'll see if I can find an old picture to put on the game or the broadcast after this. Maybe I can throw one of the old days on there, me and Brad together.
If anybody got a picture, it's you.
Minute 35 left, Kojak. Noblesville with the ball and the lead, 67-40. Wide open shot, passing it down. Noblesville's pretty fundamentally sound, Kojak.
Oh yeah, they're very fundamental.
They share the ball, and they have a lot of weapons too. They have a lot of different guys that can
Max
contribute.
Miller in for
But you know what, Zach? You're right. That's how Mr. Fine was able to get going because out the gate, starting out, he had his other teammates started scoring.
Yeah.
Which now we have to pay attention to you guys.
That's right.
And then Mr. Fine was able to go ahead and do his thing. And that's why he's leading, the team in points tonight. Because he got in the groove.
Yes, he did.
That's what I would have liked to see the Indians do when it came to Mr. King.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I would love for them to have done.
45 seconds left in the game. Still 67-40. Noblesville with the ball. Kind of just letting time run out here, aren't they, Kojak?
Oh, yeah.
They've passed up a few opportunities to score.
Yeah.
I think they're just going to keep bringing it back out. Kojak, the Indians are just going to have to learn from this. And you know what? I hate to say this, but sometimes a loss will help your team. So hopefully they can learn from this, go watch film session, see where they made their mistakes, make their adjustments, work it out in practice, and then take care of it when they come out in their next opponent.
Yes. You're right, Zach. I mean, listen, man, we got to go back to the drawing board.
Yes.
You have to, everybody on that team, when they come out, they have to start seeing themselves as a threat.
Yes, I agree.
Whatever it is, if you are the best facilitator, if you are the one that, you have more assists or more rebounds, whatever you do, you have to see yourself still as an offensive threat.
Yes.
Because if not, then it's easy for us to dictate what we need to do when it comes to your playing against.
You're right, Kojak. You're right. Well, Kojak, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and we'll cover some final statistics here, and then we'll hopefully go down there and get an interview or two. We'll see what happens.
Sounds good to me.
All right, we'll be back right after this. Thank you for joining us. We're back, Kojak. Final score tonight, Noblesville 67, Anderson 40. 27-point win for the Noblesville Millers. I'm going to go over some scoring real quick. First, for the visiting Noblesville Millers, Mr. Davidson had 3 points tonight. Aaron Fine had 23, and he contributed in both halves tonight. He's a heck of a player.
Yes,
heck of a finisher.
Yes,
and then, of course, Justin Curry, the second. Number 10, he's only a sophomore, 6'3" sophomore for the Noblesville Millers. He ended up with 16.
Buckets.
Yeah, he's tough.
Yes,
ended up with 16 points tonight. Mr. Brewer had 6. Mr. Walston only had 2 points tonight, Kojak, but he did so much more out there for the
right,
Noblesville
Zach.
Millers.
Oh, man. Yes,
I know
he
it's
did.
not all about scoring, and tonight he proved that.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
And, I told you earlier, he's averaging right around 12, 13 points a game, but he came in and did the other things he needed to do tonight.
When you say that, Zach, see, that's huge to where, guess what? I don't have to be the man.
That's true.
I don't have to be scoring all the points
That's
tonight.
true.
I can be the distributor.
Yeah. And he did
And
that
that's
tonight.
exactly what he did. Yes.
He did. And then we'll finish this up. Mr. Walker ended up with 13 points tonight. And then Will Smits had 4 for the Noblesville Millers. And then for Anderson, Lewis Jackson ended up with 2 tonight. Colin Lewis with 3. Mr. Warfield with 12. Damian King ended up with 19. Only had 5 in the first half, but ended up with 19 in the total tonight. And then Christian Townsend ended up with 4. And that again, Kojak, final score 67-40. Anderson now drops to 5-1. They started the season out 5-0. They're now 5-1, and Noblesville moves up to 6-1. And we talked about it earlier. Their only loss this year came to the number 1 ranked team in the state, and that's the Fishers Tigers. So
yeah,
and we've seen Fishers play this year, and
they got a complete team.
They do.
Yeah, absolutely, man. They have pieces, and you know what, Zach? And I'm gonna say this, man. I honestly believe that Anderson Indians, they have pieces, man.
Yeah, they do.
They have multiple pieces, but when they're, even in their mind, if they believe that all I am is just the ball distributor, all I am is just a rebound, and when they just try to limit themselves to just being one thing, then, that's what we see now. That's what we see. And that's why the scoring was lopsided.
Yeah, it was.
And Mr. King got 19, but those 19 came pretty much when the game was over
That's
with.
true. I agree with that.
Yeah.
And the Indians only had 3 guys score in the second half, Kojak.
Right.
And You know, we talked about this. Noblesville had many guys contributing tonight, and the Indians just did not have much help scoring. You know, Mr. King, Mr. Warfield helped out quite a bit tonight as well, but other than that, they really just nobody else really stepped up to help score.
Right, Zach. Yeah. Listen, Mr. Warfield,
he's an athlete.
Man, listen, absolutely, and that's why when they learn, even Mr. King, just learning how to use what you have. Yeah. You know, you can let the game come to you. What do you mean by that? Get into the flow of everything. Yeah. We already know, Mr. King, that you're gonna do your thing. Yeah. Help start your other teammates, get them rolling, get them making buckets or whatnot, and then guess what? Now you can come on ahead and do your thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's exactly what Mr. Fine did for Noblesville. Yeah,
I mean, he's a heck of a player, man. You know, Noblesville has a lot of different weapons just besides Mr. Fine, but he's a good one to have out front to run your team.
Yes, I mean, you can see that, and that's why they were up the way they were, and they started taking over the game. Why? Because they had contribution from different individuals on the team. Yeah. You know, and that's exactly what Anderson High School. Mr. Lewis had how many points?
He ended up with Mr. Lewis. Ended up with 3 tonight.
Listen, man.
And that was all in the first half, Kojak.
But Mr. Lewis done showed us that he can score.
Yeah.
He has shown that he can score, and this is what I'm saying. You got to come on with that. Yeah. You have to come on with that. Means we may have to deal with some mistakes or whatnot, but we have to create the tempo, control the tempo, and maintain it.
And you even mentioned this during the broadcast, Kojak. You talked about how Noblesville pretty much controlled the tempo of the game the entire game. Actually Anderson, one of their main way they score is out in transition, and tonight the Noblesville Millers limited their transition baskets. They limited their transition opportunities, not just and they struggled.
Yeah, they dominated the Indians on tonight, man. And this is what I'm saying. I don't believe that Noblesville is 27 points better than Anderson Indians. I just don't believe that, Zach.
No, but they were tonight.
Oh, tonight? Yeah, tonight. Convincingly, they were 27 points better than Anderson Indians.
Yeah, this isn't the same Anderson Indians team that we've seen several times this year.
No. They really made the Indians look almost like a JV team tonight. Well, I mean, just to be honest, man, like a JV team. Yeah. And this is what I'm saying. Anderson is way better than that, especially when they play as a unit.
Yeah. You got to trust your teammates, and we've talked about that.
When they play as a unit, Zach, that's why they're ranked in the top 10.
Yeah, I agree.
They're not ranked in the top 10 because of Mr. King.
Right.
They're not ranked in the top 10 because of Mr. Warfield. They're not ranked in the top 10 because of Mr. Lewis or Mr. Towns. They're ranked in the top 10 because as a unit, man, they get the job done.
Yeah, they do.
And they didn't play as a unit on tonight.
No, but you know what? We also said this. They have to use this to their benefit. I know that's hard to do. Yeah. It's hard to take a loss like this, especially at home, getting beat as bad as you got beat at home. That's always tough.
Oh yeah.
But you have to recover from that because
how do you bounce back? How do you bounce back from that, Zach?
That's right.
That's going to be. They
better take it out on their next opponent. Well, you know what I mean?
And from here on out.
Yeah.
Whoever we play against, man, listen to me. Man, look, the way we got whooped on tonight, man, everybody from this point on, everybody's in trouble. Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because if not, what's going to happen is everybody's going to take a page out of the Millers, out of Noblesville Millers playbook and say, you know what? We're going to do them the same way. Yeah. Let's do them the same way, man. I don't know defensively, man. They gave up so many lanes to the bucket.
Yeah, they did.
From the sideline to the baseline because they was trying to shut off the middle. And it was like, man, at what point, if they're still scoring, going sideline to baseline, then you cut that off too. Yeah. And now I got to play you straight up.
Yeah, I hear you. And I know Anderson, what they want to do is they want to force them sideline and then have that help defense come across. But tonight, that help defense was either late or they weren't communicating to rotate on time. So
you sure enough right, because whenever they rotated, they kicked it, and guess what? Bang, bang. They knocked that thing down. So it's like, what do we do, man? You better play them straight up. So
you just got to learn from this, Kojak. I know I say that after every team, we covered gets a loss, but, You have to. I mean, there's no other choice. Learn from it. Get back in the gym,
there's a
work
choice.
your
You
butt off.
don't have to learn from it now. If you don't, then it's going to be bad.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a choice. It go back to what you going to do.
Yep. Yeah, they're talented, though. They're going to come back from this.
Yeah, man, I hope so, man. I don't like that, Zach.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because they way better than that.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Well, tonight's score here in the TP, again, Noblesville 67, Anderson 40. It's a pretty big spread right there, you know. I hate to see that, but, you know, I want to thank everybody that comes and watches the games. We appreciate you guys tuning in. I want to thank Money Ministries. We got to thank them for
moving obstacles now for every youth.
That's right.
And ZBA.
Oh, and ZBA, Zachary Basketball Academy. Thank you, Kojak. Without both those organizations, we would not be putting these on, so thank you to both of those organizations. And then we also want to thank our Kojak and Zach Show family, ND, producer ND, Nikki DeRolf. Thank you. We got to thank
BP in the house tonight.
BP is
you
in
know,
the house tonight.
We ain't seen him in a while. You know,
he's had some things. He's had some places to go these last 2 weeks.
I would like to win too.
Me too. And it was his birthday, so he, you know, I guess we gave him a little time off.
Yeah, I would like to win with him.
So, you know, we want to thank Tamara also, Kojak's wife. She was out there working the booth tonight.
Yeah.
Selling our gear. It's finally here. We're finally getting things worked out so you can purchase them now. Purchase some sweatshirts, some hoodies, some T-shirts. And then we want to thank Ben Carney. He does our graphic design work for the Kojak and Zach Show. I hope I'm not missing anybody.
No, you ain't missing nobody. You got
okay. All right. Thanks, everybody, to our team. Thanks, everybody out there. We're going to try to grab a couple players or coaches. If not, we'll see you next time. But let's go see what we can do.
And happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays.
Man, Coach, listen. I'm going to say this out the gate because this is how I feel. I don't believe that Noblesville is 27 points better than y'all, better than the Anderson Indians. I just don't believe that. But I do believe that there's some things that I just believe that Anderson did not play Anderson basketball tonight.
Right. No, I totally agree. Totally agree. You know, we didn't play Anderson basketball. Some of it we had just breakdowns. It was like we were a step slow just on everything. Like for, you know, usually Spencer, he meets him outside the lane. It was like he's a step slow on some things. But at the end of the day, I think, you know, you have to learn how to handle success. And we're a young team. And, you know, practices have been pretty good, and we try to motivate them. But the best motivation is getting your butt beat like this. And I think that's going to motivate because at the end of the day, we're not going to go into details on certain stuff. But what I say, your best player has to be your hardest worker if we're going to be a great team. So we really got to get that. And once that happens, we're going to be good. It's every day you got to come in here and grind. But I think, you know, this was a benchmark. We needed it. It's one game out of 22 games, but we're going to watch film tomorrow because I can't really say like what really went back because I'm in emotions and all that. Yeah. But like after tomorrow when we watch film and then we practice and we'll get it together. We'll get it right and we'll fix it.
Absolutely. Yep. That's really what I was going to say, Coach. You'd mentioned how you look just like a little step slower on some things tonight. Yep. I was going to say just on some of your defensive rotations, rotating down, stuff like that, you just were a little bit slower there on your recovery on that. So I agree with what you said there, Coach.
Yeah. And just one thing that I would say, Coach, I mean, you guys are like, you're good. You're really good when you're in transition, though.
Yeah.
And I didn't see you guys, your transitional buckets were very limited.
So, and that's what I've been trying to tell Colin. I've been watching the film a little bit. Like he'll just go and he'll just like dribble and try to get into offense. But we really, like I told him, man, we want a fast break first. And then if we don't have it, then you bring it back out and I call a play.
Yes, sir.
You know, and then, but the only thing you can do is work on that, get better at it. And, you know, the thing with me, we haven't, I think Rob said we haven't been beat like that in a while. And that's fine. The whole thing with me is we're going to get better from it. Usually after we lose, we come back stronger. Yeah. And so that's just it. But you know, it was treacherous over there on that sideline. It hurt me. So as much as it hurt you guys, you're looking like, man, I'm hurting. But like at the end of the day, one thing I try to do is I try to coach to the end of the time. Yes. You know, because you just try to teach your kids you never give up, no matter what the situation is. So it wasn't a great outcome, but we tried to fight to the end. But I think we can see, and maybe that step slower was maybe they're a little bit quicker than we thought. You know what I'm saying? I don't know yet, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out tomorrow, and yeah, that's all we can do.
And I know we say this all the time, but you go in there and go through your film sessions, go work, see what the issues were, come out and practice, work on what you guys figured out you need to work on, and then carry that over to your next opponent. You got to learn from these, coach, and I know you guys will. That's all you can do.
Right.
You can't go back and change the score. You can't go back and change the outcome. You can't go back and change the way you played, but you can figure out how you're going to play the next game, or figure out how you're going to work hard in practice to work on everything. So keep your head up, coach. I know you guys are upset tonight, but sometimes it takes a loss like this to make you an even better team, and I see that helping you guys down the road. Actually,
no, I do too. I mean, I'll tell you, I don't want to lose any game.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when it happened, I knew this could happen, and the whole thing is for us. We just have to really know it's not the end of the world. How do we get better? Like, we got a lot of juniors, we got a lot of guys in situations where they haven't been before.
Yes.
And so I think that, honestly, we'll be fine in there. And Noblesville's a good team.
Yeah, they are.
They're a good team. So I hats off to them. I just got to see some things. We just got to get better. That's it.
You're right, coach.
Yep, I agree.
Well, listen, man, I appreciate
All right,
you coming
thanks.
out.
Coach.